Hello everybody and welcome to Average Abilities episode 3, which is now what we will call it, because I couldn't think of a better acronym. No, not acronym, like a shortened version. Couldn't think of a better one. Episode 3, Anime Review. Yeah, the school arc lasted a shorter amount of time than I thought it would. Everyone loves time skips, they've never been a pain. But yeah, whatever, it's sort of my thing. I'm sure they probably skipped some stuff from the light novel. I'm sure there'll be someone watching who can tell me, but I mean, it doesn't feel like we skipped anything too important other than they did things. I mean, I could be wrong. They could have skipped some really funny stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I've actually really enjoyed this episode. I don't know if it's just because it's Monday and there's not a lot out on Monday, but it's like nice and light and fluffy, and it's a hell of a better isekai than last season. Should we just pretend last season didn't happen in terms of isekai? I'm fine with that. But anyway, let's get on with see what happened this week's episode. I completely flubbed that. It's fine. And let's do this thing. Episode begins with a little bit of a funny. So none of the girls can sleep. So first of all, they talk about boys. That lasts a solid 0 seconds before Miles starts telling them stories from the mythical land known as Japan. I know it's a mythical place. It's a crazy place. Yeah, and then her stories, they cause Chunibyo. Chunibyo is that thing. Was it also called like middle school syndrome? I can't remember the exact wording, but it's Chunibyo, where they pose and do cool things. More on that later. I've forgotten what I was going to say. Later on, Miles gets invited to join someone's party after graduation. Oh, by the way, it's graduation day. We skipped through the whole school year. Even they know school sucks. Like, and if you like school, I question your sanity. But yeah, she turns him down because, hey, I promised my roommates. That's the excuse they're working with. But then Raina basically says, should we just actually do that? And everyone's like, yeah, fine, we'll actually do that. Then they do like a friendship circle thing, and they're like, yeah, great. Later on, the principal asks them to hang on, I've got to make sure I write this right. Represent the students against the hunters in some graduation ceremony thing, which is a weird tradition because surely the students would always get swamped in like normal circumstances. That seems like a very weird thing to do. It's like, congratulations, you graduated, but you suck. Like, why would you do? I don't know. If they don't win, the school will be shut down. This was a rule, not a rule, I guess condition. Some noble was like, we'll do that. Later on, nope. Before that, they all agree. Obviously, Maya is trying to protest, but she's the youngest, so her opinion is irrelevant essentially. Later on, Maya runs into that big bad woman whose name I don't remember, but she's the noble that she's a big noble. I gotta make sure I get this right. So that's why she didn't get arrested for the previous incident. Also, she's the one behind the shutting of the school, and she's basically doing it just to get at Mile and get revenge and all that other good stuff. Okay, I feel like we're not gonna have a big villain in this show. It's all gonna be like little minor petty villains, which is fine. This show doesn't seem like it's built for a world-ending crisis. Although maybe there will be a world-ending crisis at some point. Who knows? Anyway, she changes the conditions to just so like if she wins, she takes Mile, and if they lose, I guess the conditions stay the same. Basically, the conditions are changed because she really wants Mile. She really wants because she's a lolly, and that's why. It's as I said, not exactly they're not aiming to conquer the world, just aiming to conquer the lollies. Into the competition, tournament, contest thing. It's not really a tournament. Is it a tournament? Sort of? No, tournament implies advancing. The battle arena. That's a good place. They're fighting. It's the same team of kidnappers as episode 1. Was episode 1? Despite the changes to the rules, the others are still like, let's kick the snot out of them. And basically, they do. First of all, that cat, whose name I still don't remember, tells Mile, hey, everyone's super powerful now because it's time skip and grinding, and you're really good at training and all that other good stuff. So yeah, they all win pretty convincingly. I'm not going to go through how they all won. You watched the episode. They all won very convincingly. So convincingly, in fact, that Miles' scheduled opponent just runs away. That got me to chuckle a little bit. I was like, haha, it's funny. He's so scared he ran away. The way he was animated was also like pretty good. She's fighting the woman. I can't remember her name. The evil woman. Miles beats her up a little bit, and then she calls her boobs small, and then Miles sends the evil laser beam. Not evil, it's not evil. It's a good laser beam. The laser beam at her, but then knocks it up, and there's some cool fireworks. Hey, when are we getting a fireworks beach episode? That's going to happen, isn't it? I could see them doing a beach episode. Please don't. I don't care. You can do it. I don't. Beach episodes are fine. Yeah, stop the beam, but that causes her to surrender wisely, because she's like, Mile will kick my ass if I don't stop. Confesses all her crimes and everything. Hey ho, they get dragged away. The heroes win the day. Okay. After all that, all of the party members get invited to join different parties, and they all decline because they're like, we're the Power Rangers, and they do a weird pose, which is obviously a reference to something. And are people going to be mad that I don't know what it's a reference to? It looks Power Rangers-esque. That's what I got from it. If it was a reference to something else and someone knows, tell me. Oh, I just remembered. Shout out to that person last week who told me that, hey, this was a Dragon Ball reference. Here's exactly what it was. You are the hero that I need, because Dragon Ball is like 1,000,001 episodes, and I don't have that much free time. So thank you for filling in on the reference, man. Okay, they do a cool pose and a speech. Their team name, I guess, is, I wrote it down, the Crimson Vow, which is honestly not that bad a name. That's a pretty cool sounding name, I'm going to be honest. Could be a lot worse. The Crimson, because they talk about their blood in their veins, and the Vow is because they made a vow. It's simple, and it works, and it's cool sounding. But anyway, later, funny ending, Pauline's selling little chibi figures of everyone, and they've got fans now, and I thought it was pretty funny, the way she was just selling them all. I thought it was good. I thought it made me laugh, because I was like, haha. I think Maya was like, it's like, not Comic-Con, but like Comic-Con. She gives it a different name, but it's like Comic-Con. It's a convention. There, that's the word I'm looking for. Hey ho. Okay, that was the end of the episode. As I said, we finished the school arc, which I'm assuming, I've not read the light novel, is the end of the first light novel, or is the second? I don't know how much they skipped. I'm assuming we've reached the end of a light novel. I don't know which one. But yeah, I'm enjoying this show so far. It's 3 episodes in. I guess I could give like a overall, here's my impression so far thing, 3-episode rule and all that. I'm enjoying it because it's not serious in a way. I'm enjoying the light fluffiness. I'm honestly, another thing I'm really liking is the memories of the real world are actually sort of impacting this world, even if it's like, hey, the other girls got Chidibio and now they're doing weird poses. She's selling little things like dolls that existed in her world. Just little things like that, because so many isekai don't... There's just a dude from this world gets sent to fantasy world, and they don't really use any of their real world knowledge, or it doesn't really affect what they're doing. Like, they could have been from any world and it would have been a similar story, which is fine. I'm fine with a regular isekai, but I do like the things brought in, especially for a comedic effect. If it was done for serious, I think it might be a bit silly, like if they started shooting guns or whatever. Let's not do that. But like just the little comedy things, I don't really like that at all. Also, it's just such an easy watch. You know, there's nothing too wrong with it. Like, I know people were mad because they cut out a bunch of the light novel and it's quote unquote not as good as the light novel. That always happens with every anime. I don't want to be that guy. The anime is generally very, very generally worse than the source. But I haven't read the source, and I'm enjoying this anime a lot. So, hey, I'm not going to complain, I'm enjoying it. Okay, after mild rant, I guess, let's quick end this. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. Also subscribe to the main channel for some not review stuff. That stuff requires a lot more work and effort, so that's less frequent than the reviews. I will see you next week on the review channel for this thing, another episode of this, and bye guys.